The MoneroTopia weekly news segment is sponsored by WizardSwap.io, a non-custodial cryptocurrency exchange.
All right, so first up, we've got a post from yours truly, Cake Wallet. Your Cake Wallet just got a serious upgrade. Trezor and Bitbox hardware wallet support, base L2 integration, tokenized stocks trading, and return of Monero Orange theme. So I know a lot of the stuff you guys probably won't care as much about. We do get more hardware wallet support. I think there's a couple Trezors that support Monero. And then we've got base, of course, which has become very popular, which is the L2 on Ethereum. And this is actually pretty cool. We got tokenized stocks trading. So you can actually basically buy parts of representations of US stocks non-custodially within Cake Wallet. And then something that you guys will absolutely love, I'm sure most of you saw already, is that we brought back the Monero Orange theme. And not just the orange one itself, but we created a new, very sleek black theme that has several different accents you can choose from, as well as a pure OLED dark mode. So you can toggle OLED mode on and it'll make everything pure black. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a post from Monero Research Lab, unofficial. And it reads, the FCMP Alpha StressNet discussion highlighted ongoing issues with large blocks and connections, recent fixes in v1.2, bans causing isolation, and the need for better band management, logging, and performance goals. Many problems are pre-existing Monero D issues with calls for continued debugging and potential short-term improvements before reassessment. Rucknium, there was a new StressNet release, version 1.2, with large blocks. Nodes are having problems staying connected. The release fixes a minor cause of connection problems, but many more remain. Many of the issues are longstanding Monero D issues, not specifically FCMP issues. And we saw most of them on last year's StressNet. And last year's StressNet just fixed the truly fatal issue, like irreparable net splits. Mayhem69 said, I'm not sure if it's an existing issue with Monero D or with the StressNet version, but these bans that are happening on StressNet are causing connectivity issue between peers. Just figured out to bring it up because it is annoying to have to unban and get connectivity, and not everyone running a node is doing so, and so much as such, I find my node gets isolated from the network quite often. Rectium replied, no, the bans aren't supposed to happen, but they do because the nodes think you are misbehaving when the network has heavy load. Jeffro256 said, might be more serialization issues. We're looking into it. Better logging is a must going forward, IMO. Recnium, this isn't the final FCMP StressNet, of course, but as the issues are being chipped away, it could be good to know when the sculpture is considered complete. Thank you all the community members who are running StressNet nodes. And Justin Berman said on StressNet, taking stock and looking at the issues, there's a lot we can solve from short term, medium term to improve daemon balance before you hit a wall. I think we should continue to knock out these issues and reassess upon hitting wall. So this is just a little window into some of the dev discussions going on around the FCMP Alpha StressNet. So it looks like there's some problems coming up, which of course is why you run these things, and they're being worked on right now. Just a little show for progress being made. Very cool. Moving on. So we got a post from Tracy Thurman, and it reads, today the DOJ filed to dismiss the case against Roger Ver. His statement is below. And it reads, I am very grateful this case has been dismissed and appreciate the Trump administration's leadership and professionalism in working towards this final resolution. I am also grateful to everyone who supported me and sought justice in my case. This will be our only public statement in this case. We thank you all for your support. So it is really good to see that Roger Ver is able to, I guess, be free from the clutches of the IRS, even though he's not a U.S. citizen anymore. However, he never should have had to go through this in the first place. And I think he settled for like $50 million, which is insane. But this guy's been in Bitcoin for a long time.
Now the only one we need is Ian Freeman.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So yeah, it's like no matter where you go in the world, you can go far away. You can expatriate yourself. You can try to do everything right, and they will still come after you for stuff in the end anyway. So if you have a lot of money, they will come after you. So yeah, but good to see that he's able, I guess, to freely travel now without potentially getting apprehended. And here's a post from Jack Dorsey, which is funny that he still uses Twitter a lot. And it reads, @Signal app should use Bitcoin. And this is a quote tweet too, a tweet from a Cashew, which reads, millions trust Signal, keep the conversations private. The same should be true for payments. Signal deserves a payment experience that's just as private and instant, powered by Bitcoin, the native currency of the internet, so we built it. So this is kind of interesting. Somebody went and created a fork of Signal, basically integrating Cashew. Well, Cashew is interesting, but it's not really that secure in the sense of, you're going to, like, your funds are fully non-custodial because someone's minting, they're creating mints for you to basically represent Bitcoin. And it's, from what I can see, it's reasonably private, but this is like, it's like, come on, guys. It's like, you know what the right answer is here.
The question is who's going to run the mint? Because if you have some rando running the mint that nobody trusts, the liquidity is going to be low. And if you have a big corporation running the mint, then they're going to get a money transmitter license. Do you think Signal's going to get a money transmitter license?
Exactly. It's the main question of who's going to run the mints.
And I said on Nostr that they should use somebody should do it with that same thing, but with Monero.
Yeah, and I mean we've seen Molly, the Signal fork. They have a CCS that's been, like, I think mostly funded, but they haven't really made that much progress with integrating Monero into Molly, unfortunately. What I think should happen is they should do an integration with Cake Wallet, because Molly is Monero, or Molly is Android only fork of Signal. It doesn't work on the iPhone. And on Android, you can actually do IPC. You can do inter-process communication. And so Molly could actually build an integration that talks directly to Cake Wallet, which would be, like, probably the best way to do that, because instead of recreating an entire wallet in Molly, why not use the one that's already there, that's constantly being worked on and staying up to date? So in my opinion, they should hit us up for an integration, and skip all of this silliness of trying to add an entire Monero wallet. Because, like, if we're being honest, Monero requires a lot. It requires a lot to use it. So why not just use what's already there, what people are already using, and build a nice tight integration? So that would be my suggestion. But yeah, the Cashew thing, it's interesting. I'll probably check it out, but I don't think it's going to get that much use, and I have no reason to believe Signal is going to integrate that after the absolute failure that was their mobile coin pump scheme. So, which is sad, because it could have been a really cool thing, but I don't even know how you get mobile coin anymore anyway. So moving on. So this is really cool. We've got a new update from XMR chat. And it reads, we've deployed notifications as a beta feature. Get an alert via email, Signal, or Simple X when you receive an XMR chat. Choose minimum tip amount to trigger an alert. Content creators, let us know if you'd like to try this out, and we'll enable it for your tip page. That is very, very cool. I would love to check that out once it's integrated. That is a cool new feature. XMR chat is getting quite feature rich. They've been adding a lot recently, so exciting to see. All right, moving on. Here is a post from Monero Legacy, and it's, I guess, an image from Reddit that says, I made a Monero texture pack for Minecraft. Now you can trade in XMR with villagers. I'm guessing they replaced the emerald with a Monero texture. That's silly. All right. Next up, we've got a post from Luke Parker, and it reads, after approximately 4 years of development, Thorchain has created the latest iteration of their proposal to integrate Monero. It includes rebuilding everything from scratch, deploying to a testnet, funding dev on a non-FOSS wallet. Okay, so that's the issue with their wallet, is that some people are claiming out not being non-FOSS. And moving on, it says not included any info on how it would work mainnet. So I guess their proposal is quite lacking in details. They're asking for a lot of money, and they're not, making a very good proposal. And Luke's kind of explaining this. It continues, given their prior integration attempts, both of the ones published had many critical bugs, and they haven't demonstrated they're working with anyone with Monero experience. I wouldn't trust this without a very thorough audit. Also, why even potentially ask the community to donate funds, presumably hundreds of thousands of dollars, to be used as liquidity? Why not have the community add it and own it? interesting points, which leads me to the next post, which is from Untraceable, and this reads, update, Monero is coming to Thorchain, whether we like it or not. We like it. Work will commence on XMAR integration with or without the support of the XMAR community. If no financial support is tendered prior to integration, a second funding request will be made for launch liquidity instead. So that's good to know. That shows that they're at least serious, and that they have the full intention and they want to do it anyway. If this actually like happens, or if it works reliably or works well, still have to see. But if they manage to do that, they will gain a lot of respect from the community, and they'll gain a lot of they'll win a lot of people using them to trade.
It's one of those things of they've hurt us. We've kind of been hurt by them before, so it's like if you actually do the work and ask for a retroactive proposal to fund it, yeah, then that might be something.
Yeah, there's forgiveness to be had, but there's no reason people should be throwing money at this after what happened before. So, and then next up, we've got a post from, continuing on the Thorchain stuff, we had a post from JP himself, JP Thor, and it reads, this is done. No more excuses. Time to get it. Please support and give feedback, which is a link to the actual proposal itself. Which is not in their favor at this very moment, and it's got 2 upvotes and 11 downvotes. So they will not be getting this funding for their initial work. However, like Shortwave is saying, retroactively, if they make this work and it's proven to be worked well, and we've got people that have audited it, then maybe there is some money to be had providing for the initial liquidity. So yeah, and with that being said, I think that's all the links I have here.